He gave me a piece of paper and a pen and told me to draw out the timeline of my life. I looked at him a little weird. I was like, why are you making me do this? But I just did it. I drew out the numbers 0 to 100, each number representing a year of my life. Then he told me to mark out everything that I could possibly dream of achieving. So I was like, okay, I'll just do it. I marked out the 20-year-old goals, my 40-year-old goals, my 60-year-old goals, all the way up to 100, right? I wrote out everything, all my dreams, my aspirations, things I've never said out loud before, and I just poured my heart out to this piece of paper. Then he read it, he paused for a bit, and then he turned to me again and told me, now, final thing, I want you to write out everything you want people to say about you on your obituary, which is like what people say about you at your funeral. At this point, I was so confused, but I didn't question him or anything. I just kept going. He looked at what I wrote for a minute or two, but it felt like an eternity. It might have been 15 seconds, but he read it, and then finally, he turned to me. He looked me dead in the eyes, and he grabbed the piece of paper and tore it in half, separating the side where I wrote my obituary and my timeline. And then he crumpled the timeline and showed me the obituary and said, so long as you achieve this, the timeline doesn't matter. So long as you know what you want to be remembered by when you're gone and who you want to inspire, the timeline that it takes to achieve that does not matter. What will people say about you when you're gone? What do you want people to remember you by? What will I say about you when I come to your funeral, bro? Just me watching from a distance, your life. I don't know you personally, but if I just were to watch your life from an outsider's perspective, how would I see you? What would I say about you? Because when you and I are in that coffin, we will be powerless. We won't be able to do anything to inspire any more people with our stories, to change anything about the world, or to change any more lives. And honestly, people don't remember what you did, what you achieved, what you said to them. People remember how you made them feel. Did you inspire them? Did you hurt them? Whatever it is, I think it's about time we start considering that, because one day when we're gone, it's stuck with them. They don't remember who we were, what we did. They remember how we made them feel. Isn't that wild? So if you want to inspire people with your story, if you want to change the world in some way, it's not about how you change the world. It's about what your change did for people and how it made them feel. Does that make sense? We have had enough human beings in all of humanity who have lived and died for themselves, who have just built up their own wealth, their status selfishly, and never thought about what they wanted to leave behind. And guess what? Those people are the people that we forget. But the people that we do remember, who are they? Well, they're the people who changed the world for the good of others, for the good of humanity, right? People who thought about their legacy, what they were leaving behind, who had a grander vision beyond the scope of just their life, but for the next generations to come, right? And so when you live your life with the intention to affect future generations and improve the lives of future generations, or even the people around you right now, man, you'll never run out of motivation. You won't even need discipline, because you know you have people on your back. When you have people on your back and your purpose is bigger than you, you become dangerous. Actually, no one can genuinely stop you, because you gotta fight for people, you know? So when you live your life with the intent of changing the world, improving the lives of others, making the world a better place, please, you start to live your life almost outside of yourself. You start to see things from a different perspective. It's not about me anymore. It's about, what can I give to the world today? What gift can I give to the world today? Because you never know. You could hold a door open for someone and they smile at you. And that positive flow, they go to the next person. And you don't know what they do. Maybe they hold the door for another person. The positivity is just a ripple effect that spreads. But the problem with our world today is that negativity ripples a lot faster and a lot larger than positivity does. I'm 17. I'm not going to pretend like I have anything figured out. But I know that time is only going to get faster and faster. I'm going to blink and I'll be 30. And then I'll blink again and I'll be 60. And then I'll blink again and I'll be gone. And the same thing applies to you. It applies to everyone. I know it's corny as hell, but what seeds are you willing to plant for others to continue to nurture and grow? What legacy will you leave behind for others to pick up? And what will your story do to inspire the next generation and the next and the next? Isn't that what life is all about? Because if you're living and then you're gone and your life is just a flash, a vapor, really, if you want something at least make your life invaluable. It is invaluable, but not everyone lives like that and they waste it away. I want to be remembered. I want to be remembered. I want to, even if I'm not remembered, the change that I made, I want it to still be there. It doesn't have to be under my name. I don't care. Just leave the world a better place, please. Life is so short, and you only get to live once. But if you live it right, then once is just about enough. If you want to hear more from a 17-year-old trying to figure out life, subscribe. It's a win-win for both of us. And as always, get after it.